enough of that. NRL vids 090 back with another tipping video today, and we're currently in round 4 of the NRL 2021 season. So, look, it's gonna be a good weekend of footy, I reckon. You know, it's basically the Easter round. Because on Good Friday we have the traditional Rabbitohs versus Bulldogs match, and then on Monday we have Easter Monday, which is between the Eagles and Tigers at Bankwest. So, you know, I'm looking forward to this round, and hopefully it's a good round for everyone's teams, and it should be good. But the first game of round 4 is between the Panthers and the Sea Eagles. So look, it's a very tough one for my team, Manly. So going through the ins and outs for both teams. So for Manly, they've got no changes, which is pretty fucking stupid in my opinion. There should be a lot more changes after 3 consecutive weeks of losing. So Manly have kept the same team as last week and the week before, and the week up before that. You know, no changes to Manly, unfortunately. Not happy. For the Panthers, Dylan Edwards obviously hurt his hand last week against the Melbourne Storm, so Stephen Crichton starts at fullback, where Matt Burton, who played at halfback last week because Nathan Cleary was obviously out with a concussion injury, so Matt Burton shifts to the centres in place of Stephen Crichton, who's at fullback. And the rest of the teams are the exact same for Panthers. So for this game, I'm tipping an absolute thrashing. I'm really sorry to all Manly fans, and I'm really pissed off at the Manly team. I was really angry, and I saw it. So look, I think Panthers going to smash Manly, 46-18. I can't find any confidence in myself to tip Manly or see an upset happen, because I think Panthers will smash Manly, and it's going to be a really unhappy afternoon. Or Thursday night for me. It's going to be really unhappy for all Manly fans. So I've got Panthers to win 46 points to 18 over Manly. And now the Good Friday match, and it's between the Bulldogs and Rabbitohs. So the team for the Bulldogs, so it looks like Nick Meaney has shifted the wing to fullback, and Corey Allen has shifted to Nick Meaney's wing. So they swap positions, Nick Meaney and Corey Allen. Lachlan Lewis has replaced Jake Averillo at 5'8". Dylan Napa starts at prop for Hickey Ogden, who drops to the bench, and Renouf Tony comes in a hook at lock since Josh Jackson's suspended, and Jeremy Marshall King's out, so Sione Katoa starts a hooker, and Jackson Tapai and makes the NRL debut off the bench. For the Rabbitohs, they don't really seem to have any changes, do they? No, the Rabbitohs have the same team as last week, so for this game, I reckon the Rabbitohs should win 26 points to 16. Now, it could be a blowout, I reckon, but the thing is, I've just seen from the past, you know, the Bulldogs have usually turned up on Good Friday matches, so I reckon I might keep it at a 10-point gap scoreline, 26 to 16. So, you know, I think the Bulldogs will turn up, but they might just lose on Friday. And now the second game following Good Friday at Amy Park, or it could be in Sydney somewhere, who knows? But it's the Storm versus Broncos at Amy Park in Melbourne. So it's the Storm team. This is the Storm team. They've got no changes. Now the Storm have no changes after last week's loss to the Panthers. They've got no changes in that team. For the Broncos, I don't think they have any changes either. They're 1-17 as well, I think. Yeah, so both teams, Storm and Broncos, still have no changes after last week's. Storm had a loss to the Panthers, so they keep the same side, and Broncos had a win over the Bulldogs, so they keep the same side. So, look, in this game, I'm tipping the Storm to win. I think Storm can't possibly lose 3 straight games with Craig Bellamy. I'm sure Bellyache does not accept all that. I think Storm should turn up and get the win, 38 points to 10 on Friday. And Super Saturday kicks off between the Sharks and Cowboys at Sunshine Coast Stadium in Noosa. Sorry about that. Anyway, this is the Sharks team. So at fullback, William Kennedy keeps his position. Moini Harodi comes on the wing for Sione Katoa, because Sione Katoa's obviously got hurt last week against the Eels. Brendan Nakora, he will be also out because of a concussion, I'm pretty sure, or got some sort of injury against Eels as well. So Teague Wilson starts at back row. And then the rest of the team is pretty much the same as last week. So the Sharks have pretty much the same team as last week, apart from no Nakora and no Sione Katoa for them. But for the Cowboys, they've got a couple of changes as well. Jake Cliff has been dropped, so Ben Hampton starts at halfback. And I know Nick from Australia is going to be really fuming about that, and I wouldn't blame him. Connolly Lumilu starts in the centres for Isan Masters, who I believe has also been dropped. And the rest of the team, actually Ben Condon, he's going to make his NRL debut in the back row. And Colin Hess drops to the bench. For this game, I reckon Sharks should be a bit too good. I think Sharks have got a bit more quality in their team, and I think Sharks have been in better form, to be fair, than the Cowboys. So, look, I think Cowboys, they might be a bit better, but I'd say Sharks will have the better side and just win, I think, in the end. So, I've got Sharks to win, 24 points to 12, so that's obviously by 12 points. So, look, I think Sharks will be a little bit too good, but, it's in Queensland, so that could help the Cowboys, but I doubt it anyway. Now, the second game is Super Saturday. It's between the Titans and the Raiders at Cbus Super Stadium in the Gold Coast. For the Titans, they've got not really much changes apart from Tino Fa'asuamaleaui signing up prop and Tyrone Peachey will shift to lock. That's the only real change I can really see in that Titans team. Yep. And Moaki Whanawaka to the bench, and Brian Kelly is named in the reserve, so Brian Kelly might come in for either Philip Samuel or Patrick Herbert in the centres, depends if he plays. For the Raiders, Sebastian Kris obviously looks like he's going to play after last week's concussion against the Warriors. He suffered throughout the match, but looks like he's named to play so far. Ryan Sutton's going to start lock with, Ryan Sutton's going to start lock, and because Joe Tarpany's out, and Curtis Scott's also out because of the rib injury. I'm pretty sure he was carrying last week, so that's why Sebastian Kris has been named there again. And Hudson Young also returns to the Raiders in the back row. So the team is that's the Raiders team right there. In this game, I've got excuse me, got a bad throat. But in this game, I've got the Raiders winning 30 points to 16. I think Raiders should bounce back after last week. I think Ricky's not going to be happy with the performance of the comeback. The comeback that they're letting in against the Warriors. I'm sure Ricky's going to be pretty pissed off about that, and I don't blame him. So look, I think Raiders should be a little bit too good, and I think the Titans obviously have shown patches of good form, but I think after the Titans' big win against the Cowboys, they might be unable to replicate that against the Raiders. But I could be wrong. But I'd say Raiders will be the better side and be a little bit too strong for Gold Coast. So Raiders to win 30 points to 16. Now, Sunday footy we move on to. It's between the Knights and the Dragons at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle. For the Knights, they haven't really got any changes. The only change for the Knights is Blake Green makes his return from ACL injury off the bench, and Dominic Young drops out of the team with Stafford Toa returns from injury, so he starts in place of Dominic Young. And Blake Green, obviously starts off the bench, so that's the team right there for the Knights. And apart from Stafford Toa and Blake Green coming back, the Knights have no changes after last week's loss to the Tigers. For the Dragons, Jack Bird's obviously out with suspension, so Brayden Williami starts in the centres. Ben Hunt also injured with a broken leg, I'm pretty sure broken fibula, or however you say it. Adam Clune will start at halfback for Ben Hunt. And the rest of the team's the same as last week, I think. Yep, the Dragons have the same team as last week, so that's the only changes right there for Dragons. For this game, I've got the Knights to win 20 points to 12. I think it's going to be a bit close, I reckon. I think Dragons will be in the contest for a little bit, but I'd say in the end, Knights will be a little bit too good at home. They should get their win at home after losing last week there. So, Knights to win 20 points to 12 by 8 points. And then Sunday ends off with the Roosters versus Warriors at the SCG. At the SCG between the Roosters and the Warriors. So, obviously, Roosters have a bit of changes after some injuries they suffered last week against the Rabbitohs. So, Luke Keary's out, so obviously replacing him is Sam Walker, and Lachlan Lamb also got injured against South, so replacing him at 5'8" is Drew Hutchinson, and it looks like that Lindsay Collins is also injured, so Isaac Liu starts for him at prop, and Victor Rayleigh makes his return, so he starts a lock, and looks like the rest of the team is pretty much the same and also Daniel Sluka-Fafita also got injured, so he didn't get injured. He punched Jai Arrows, he's obviously suspended for that. So Fletcher Baker replaces him on the bench, and that's the Roosters team right there. For the Warriors, Marcelo Montoya will start in the centres because Peter Hicku's injured for a month, I'm pretty sure, so he starts in the centres, Marcelo Montoya. Bunty Afoa starts at prop this week, and it looks like Lisa Armau moves to the bench, and that's the Warriors team right there. In this game, I reckon there'll be a couple of points in it. I think, defense will be thrown out the window. I think Roosters don't have all the players to defend well. They could, but I think, Roosters' defense wasn't great last week, so I think it might be the same as last week, their defense. So I think Warriors will score some points like they did against Canberra. So Roosters to win 28 points to 20. So I think it'll be a couple of points in this match, but Warriors could upset. I wouldn't be surprised. And wrapping up round 4, it's Easter Monday between the West Tigers and the Eels at Stadium Australia. So the team for the Tigers. So the Tigers, they don't have many. The Tigers don't have much changes apart from, they have no changes. Tigers are the same team as last week when they got the win over the Knights. So they got no changes. For the Eels also have the same 117 they have after they beat Sharks last Saturday, so no changes to the Sharks there. In this game, I've got the Eels winning. Eels to win 36 points to 8. I think Eels will be way too good for the West Tigers on Easter Monday. I think Eels just have a better team. The Eels are in better form, and I think Eels have more, quality and class than what the West Tigers do, but Tigers do alright on Easter Monday as well, like the Bulldogs do on Good Friday. So, be a good match, I reckon. But Eels should get the win, 36 points to 8 over the West Tigers. But guys, that's the end of the tipping video. What are your thoughts on all these games coming up? Who are you tipping this round? Let me know in the comment section down below all your tips. And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Sorry, I'm talking fast, guys. I actually got to go somewhere soon, but. Yeah, look, I'm sorry if I talk too fast there. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.